Radio Dunedin with Owen Rooney. Good morning to you. It's coming up to 21 minutes to 9. The Phantom of the Opera. This is being presented here in Dunedin. And you know very well that anything that's presented here in Dunedin is usually, is always of a very, 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 very high quality. You see, I've got to say very, 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 very high quality. We have two of the cast members in to join us from this upcoming production. Hayley Carrick, good morning.
Good morning.
And James Foster, good morning.
Good morning.
This must be a fair old challenge to take something that is so popular, so worldwide known, and to do it, well, you'll do it justice, you'll do it more than justice, but it must be a fair old challenge. You can start, Hayley, since I'm looking at you.
Cool. It is definitely a challenge. I think that's part of what makes it so exciting, for me, anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of pressure and responsibility, and yeah, you just kind of want to do the best that you can. Yeah, but the costumes are amazing, and yeah, the cast are amazing, and all local people and all very lovely people. So couldn't ask for anything more.
You play the part of Christine. James, you play the part of Raoul.
Raoul, yep.
How do you find it all then, eh?
Yeah, good. It's kind of one of those iconic musicals that I've always wanted to do since I was a little kid and started performing. And Raoul's sort of the hero character, so he's a lot of fun to play, I think. Yeah.
So you went round at home with a mask over your face, is that what you're saying?
No.
When you were very young?
Oh, maybe a few dress-up parties or something like that.
Here's the fan, he's coming here, yeah. How long have rehearsals been going for this?
Oh, since the beginning of June, yeah.
Yeah.
So, over 2 months.
Yeah, we started with all
3
the
months.
music, rehearsals only, and then moved into blocking
Yeah.
in mid-July, I think it was. Yeah,
49 on stage, 120 backstage. It's a big production, isn't it?
it
Yeah.
is.
It's a lot of people, and the whole cast, crew and orchestra, all from Dunedin, all
Yeah.
local, yeah.
Yeah. Over the years, we've seen some absolute classics here in Dunedin with this organisation. Have you been involved in any of the previous productions, you two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Quite
be
a
little
few.
more outgoing.
Well, the last one I did was Hairspray. I've been in Melbourne for 6 years. But I came back and did Hairspray 2 years ago at the Regent, so
Right.
that was my last one.
And as for you, James?
I've been sort of all over the country for the last few years, but the last one I did was Miss Saigon in 2010, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was pretty spectacular, wasn't it? So how does this stacking up in comparison to anything else that you've done?
Oh, it's going to be better. Definitely.
There you go. There's no mucking about with this. It's straight from the horse's mouth. It's going to be much better, isn't it? Much better. It's your production, of course, with Musical Theatre Dunedin. Are you getting nervous? Do you get nervous as you approach opening night?
Oh, God, yeah.
It's less than 2 weeks. Oh, no, what's today?
Today.
2 weeks today until we
2
open.
weeks today until we open, yeah.
Today is Thursday
Yeah.
the 3rd. You open on Thursday the 17th. Yes, you've got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think it wouldn't be natural if you didn't feel nervous. You have to embrace it and
Yeah.
use them.
Use the nerves.
Helps you perform better.
Do you have a set routine, you guys, before you go on stage to quell the nerves, or do you encourage them?
Oh, God.
You
I
gotta,
can't-
yeah. You gotta sort of sit down and breathe and, I don't know, have a drink of water before you go on.
Yeah.
Sort of relax.
I
Yeah.
kind of do the opposite. I think I do a little crazy dance and kind of get my nerves on the same level as my body, and yeah, probably the opposite. But everybody's different. You just have to do what's best.
To get you in the character. How long
Yeah.
does it take you to get into your individual characters? Can you just sort of switch on, or do you have to sit there and think about it for a couple of hours?
Well, we're quite lucky in the fact that we don't have to have full-on face scars and burns and whatnot like James Adams, who's playing the Phantom. He has to go in a few hours earlier than all of us and get that all applied. But no, we just, I don't know, half an hour to get ready.
Yeah.
Switch on, switch off, is it?
Something
yeah.
like that.
I just need to warm up for quite a bit to sing that high. So yeah, I guess I'm getting into the character for a good couple of hours, with warming up and getting ready and things like that. Yeah.
Do you isolate yourselves from others while you are warming up? I've done productions at the theatre, the Globe Theatre, and I've found that I had to go away and hide in a corner. Depending on what part you were playing. You guys don't do that?
I find it's good to sort of go and sit down and go over everything, you know, like entrances and exits and what you should be doing at each time. Because if you catch yourself sort of having a breather and not focusing, you could miss a cue or whatnot. So it's good to revise by yourself.
A lot of concentration involved, isn't there?
Yeah.
From the moment you start getting into the character right through until, well, do you even lose your concentration as soon as the curtain comes down? Or are you still there for a while?
Oh, I think you're definitely still there for a while. It takes, I mean, I call it winding down. It takes me a good hour or so after a performance, I think, to kind of...
Winding down or whining down?
Winding down.
I do know of some artists that gargle with sherry to get their vocal cords into fine rhythm. I trust you guys don't do that.
Of course not.
Never.
Why are you saying never with such a big grin, Hayley?
I think whiskey's pretty good, actually.
I think we'll leave this conversation where it is at the moment. So as you get closer and closer and closer, the old adage used to be, if you have a terrible dress rehearsal, your opening night's going to be great. Do you guys believe in that or not?
I don't know.
So you've never had a terrible dress rehearsal?
Well, probably, but I don't know if that's affected our performance on opening night. I'd like to think we can have a good dress rehearsal and a good opening night, hopefully.
Yeah.
I guess if things happen on the final dress rehearsal, I guess you feel relieved that maybe they've happened then instead of... You have less chance of them happening than on opening night.
Okay. So you've been rehearsing since June. Are you into the stage now of doing the rehearsals on stage in full costume, or have you got a couple of days to go before that?
We go into the theatre next
Saturday,
weekend,
yeah.
and then we'll start wearing costumes once we're actually in the Regent on stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it much of a change for you, either of you? Will it be much of a change from just going and, rehearsing your singing and doing your bits and pieces, then suddenly on the stage, the dynamics will be slightly different, your costumes are on, everything's a bit... Just a wee bit different.
I think the stage is a lot bigger than the space we've been rehearsing in.
Yeah.
And once we have all our costumes on, it'll sort of add another layer to the performance, hopefully. Yeah.
Definitely.
But you're looking forward to it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
You wouldn't do it if you didn't?
Yeah.
All right. We wish you all the best for opening night. Hayley Carrick and James Foster, thank you for coming in today. As I say, we'll be there on the 17th, so...
Opening night.
Enjoy.
You never can tell. We might have to give you a very early phone call to see how the winding down went the night before. Radio Dunedin is coming up to 14 minutes to 9.